the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First play, first pass for Brady. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. A first carry for Rashad White. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go right back to White here on first down. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go with White on the counter. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Brady going to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Brady now on 1st down. Buying time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Brady gives this to White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Buccaneers 7, Saints nothing.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st down at their own 25-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Snyder. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun. Snyder. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bennett. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Stewart on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Saints are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
To throw on 2nd down. Snyder being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport, the 1st rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. Part of a nice spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground with White. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
On play action, now Brady. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Snyder out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Saints nothing.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Snyder. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Throwing on 1st down, Snyder. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option. So after
completion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snyder. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Snyder. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points in the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Going up top for Miller. And this is caught. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 63 yards.
First and
We
goal.
keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Tom Brady, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3.
Saints 3.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st and 10, Snyder. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down New Orleans.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Snyder. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Down and sacked by Shaquille Harris. A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Bennett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And a fair catch call for it made just outside the 15-yard line.
21-yard punt there with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Hey, go 66. Hey, Alabama.
From the 24, Brady. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Brady now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now a play fake. Brady. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing is Brady on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Throwing to start the drive. Snyder. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
To throw on second down. Snyder. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been put.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he's going to take this ahead. And 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First down, here's White. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. That's complete to White. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now Brady. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. To throw from his end zone. Snyder. There's Chris Olave. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. Snyder. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Opting to run again here with White. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
450. Hey, Alabama. Hey,
On play action, it's Brady.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints will take over here just shy of...
The Saints take over 1st down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Snyder. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Snyder. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Marcus Davenport, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Okay, ready? Big Lion.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Shotgun now for Brady.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st down, Snyder. A dump off here to Stewart. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
2nd and 14.
They give to Stewart out of the gun. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Throwing on 1st down. Snyder. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Brought down by a clean hit. 1 yard gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snyder. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Snyder.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, Snyder. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
That's good for the Saints.
Operating from the gun, Snyder. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
To throw on 2nd down. Snyder. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zane Davidson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Miller in motion right. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Brady. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable for Grant. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. On first down, Snyder. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Snyder. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bennett. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll look to throw. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Down inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Donald Parham from 3 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's something good. And partner, we got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, What is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want in football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll go up the middle with White. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run in here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. To throw is Brady. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Fielded at the 33. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is 1, and it won't be a 1 towards the end zone.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snyder. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Saints who are going to be in position to get the ball first as we are back underway and set for overtime. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
To throw on 3rd down. Snyder. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They picked up a first down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a 3rd down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified. And that one could turn out to be huge.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 1st down. Snyder. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
They're starting to put together a nice drive.
A run for Kamara on 1st down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially in overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
In motion left goes a tight end. They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. From the gun on 3rd down. Snyder
throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the shotgun, it's Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Back to throw. Snyder. That's complete right around the 8. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Saints, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.